I think on the level of kidnapping, it's absolutely terrible, horrific, horrible, unfortunate, very sad, very depressing. Yeah. So I hope our leaders will show more seriousness. It shouldn't be all about allocating money. Sir, I thought Tinubu is your friend. Yes. Being friends does not mean you must be in the same political party. We've never been in the same political party. Yeah, I respect him. I don't have anything personal against him, but I don't like the way, the direction his government is going. The same thing I told Buhari, despite the fact that I supported Buhari with everything. So I like to be free to speak truth to my friends. But there are people who are comfortable with what is going on. That's okay. I don't have any problem. That's in the nature of democracy, your right to choose whoever you want to support. But I'm in opposition. I've been in opposition since 1982. That's 42 years ago. So I'm very comfortable with it. We can't all go into government. We can't all serve in government. So PDP needs to do something about Wike. Wike will do something about himself eventually. Let him continue to dribble. I believe he has dribbled himself into the net, into his own net. He has met his match in APC, and they will continue to humiliate him. Wike likes to be in control, but you can see how humble he has been in APC because he's dealing with bigger mafia in APC. By the time he will deal with Tinubu, he will deal with Kashim Shettima, the vice president. Those guys are not easy. They are not easy at all. So that's just the way it is. Let's wait and see. Don't worry yourself about Wike. Wike knows that. Wike knows what he's doing. He's in APC today, working for APC. He needs that protection. Because if he's on his own, they will start harassing him. See the way APC is harassing Buhari. See the way they are harassing Yaya Bello. So Wike knows that if he's not in Tinubu's cabinet, by now he will be exposed to the same treatment. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that he still has his eyes on the presidential bid, which is his right, but his calculation is, let me use the APC government to remain relevant. At least I have power, I'm controlling FCT. Then let me hold down PDP, since there are enough people in PDP ready to do his bid. So he's holding down PDP as a reserve bench, so that when eventually he falls out of favor with APC, then he will run back to PDP, still using the same excuse that is because power did not shift to the south. That is why he fought against PDP. Okay, now that power has shifted to the south, why is he still fighting PDP? Why is he fighting Fubara? We know his game. So the game is that he has his guys. He's trying to resurrect some of them now in the States. He's already mobilizing them, hoping that one way or the other, Tinubu will not run in 2027. Then he has enough financial muscle to come back and fight. That's the whole idea. So, but who cares? That is his own business. So our own is to mind our own business. I will never say anybody will never be president, but let him try his luck. I don't speak in absolute terms because I'm not God. Anybody can be president as long as he's a Nigerian citizen. So let him try his luck. But what I see in many politicians is that no matter how blessed they are not happy until they look for more trouble. They are permanently under pressure. They are not happy. Yesterday, I looked at his face very well. I could see it has lost the power, the aura of authority of Rivers State. That's why my brother is missing Rivers. He wanted to continue in Rivers and also continue in Abuja. It's not possible. But the only problem, with being too simple with in Nigeria, sometimes people disrespect you because you are not doing gra-gra like the governors, you are not doing gra-gra like the billionaires, but the truth is you don't know what anybody has unless they tell you. So the little I have, I have contentment, and I'm enjoying. I see pressure. Ogambo, hey, Mr. President is landing at the airport. You are there 3 hours before, sweating. He is going, you are there. He is this, you are there. Hey, what a life. You know. Nobody's talking about Senator Lingi. We have been talking. Why? People are talking. Maybe you don't read papers or you are not online. It's the trending news this week. What's my assessment of the current administration? They have a lot of challenges, but my biggest worry is the profligacy. Just like Buhari, when we spoke about Buhari, they were abusing us. Under Buhari's nose, money was being wasted like rainwater. So the same thing is still ongoing. So, but a lot of people will be praising you when you are in government. Until you leave, then you will see the can of worms. So it's always turn by turn. I don't know who Nigeria has offended and why we have to continue this rat race. So, but so far so good. I am not too impressed. When they do well, we will praise them. But so far so good. I'm not convinced that they came prepared. It's like they were not prepared. They were prepared for battle at INEC, but not for the battle in the government house. AA's campaign was never a disaster. We ran a very professional, very responsible campaign, but man proposes, God disposes, and INEC in particular can override the will of God in Nigeria. So, but God keeps watching, and then we also will wait and watch. You can see that since then, less than 1 year, things are falling apart, and we have been hoping against hope that things will shape up, because it's our country. We don't want our country to fail. But Nigeria is being described once again as a failed state, which is very unfortunate because God gave us everything. We have the best country on earth. We have the most intelligent human beings on earth. We have the most hard-working people on earth. Everywhere I've been in the world, Nigerians are doing great things. But when we get back home, too many challenges, too many bottlenecks, too many, bickering, bitterness, which shouldn't be the case. If our government had assembled the brightest Nigerians from all over the world, the difference would be clear. But if a man decides to pick all his friends from one state and put them in strategic positions, not minding whether they have the requisite experience and credential, so this is what we will suffer. But they have said because they are our friends, we shouldn't talk, so we should keep our mouth shut. I prefer solutions every now and then, so unless you are not a keen follower of Dele Momodu, you know that me, I'm not one of those empty social critics. And I don't criticize viciously like someone who is a bitter soul. I'm not bitter at all. I just love my country and I place my country above friendship. A lot of people say, but they are your friends. The more reason why I should speak up. So does it mean I should only speak only when my enemies are in power? That's hypocrisy now. How you know a real man is when he puts his personal comfort aside for the benefit and the general good of his country. So that's why don't be angry. That's what I've chosen for myself. I will partake in making billions today if I want to and I choose to, but man shall not live by money alone or by power. So that's who I am. It's not that I don't like money. I'm sure I like money more than many people, because I know the good things of life and I've been exposed to the good things of life. And I know the importance and the impact of money. But we must make that huge sacrifice. And then whenever I go back to my Creator, hopefully I will be able to give a good account that I wasn't perfect while on earth, but I tried my best to make the earth better than I met it. That's all. We all complain, we all grumble, we all criticize the government. But as soon as we get it, we'll start harassing those who are criticizing us. That's not a good thing. Who are you supporting in Edo State? Me, I'm a loyal party man. I'm in PDP. I will support our candidate. You know, though the Labour Party candidate is my very good friend. We actually live in the same building in Lagos. But he knows, I've explained to him, Olumide, please don't be offended. You know, I love you to bits. I supported him when he was running for the presidency of the Nigerian Bar Association. I supported him fully. We can only support one person in an election, but since I'm from Edo State, my father came from Edo State, and I'm a proud member of PDP. It will not speak well of me. That's the thing again about me, that if it's about friendship and closeness, I'm far closer to Olumide. But, you know, life is not always about friendship. You have to show seriousness, you have to show responsibility, you know. I'm also, of course, close to Asue's family. His brother, Pastor Asue Ighodalo, is my brother. It's been my brother of so many years. I've been close to him, close to his late wife, Ibidunmi Abromi Atata, you know. And I love Pastor Asue to bits. He officiated during my 50th birthday. He officiated during my 60th birthday. He officiated during my 30th wedding anniversary. And that's to tell you how close I am to the family. And Asue is, you know, a very brilliant, very accomplished professional, technocrat. So he will bring his wealth of experience to bear on our state. But that is not to say the others two are not eminently qualified. But since he is not inferior to anyone else, maybe that would have led to you know, some temptations. But everybody knows that he has capacity and that. So we will give him maximum support and continue to pray for our state. We're lucky to have qualified people. If that's what we have at the national level, nobody will be complaining. When you have your best brains, Edo is lucky that we parade the best of the best all the time. So that's one of the things that fascinates me about Ghana. When you look at the quality of leadership in Ghana, whether in NPP or in NDC, you will see people who will be able to represent their country, you know, proudly. You'll be proud to say, this is my leader. Nobody is perfect, you know. So I'm very proud that Edo has thrown up some of the brightest candidates that you can find anywhere in Nigeria. What I'm not sure of is INEC, how INEC will perform again. So if you know me very well, I say it as it is. Anybody who is not afraid of INEC, sorry. What's my take on money and happiness? I speak about it every day. I will pick happiness over money. Because for you to be happy, it means that you are relatively comfortable. But when you are greedy, you can never be happy. That is why you see a lot of people who have been in government, they've been ministers, they've been governors, and they are still suffering because they lack that sense of contentment. So for me, happiness over everything else. What's the point if I have all the money in the world and I'm a miserable soul? You know. So, and I've realized that you don't need a lot of money to be happy. You just need enough. Don't I think politics in Nigeria is a mess? Politics everywhere is a mess, even in America. If people today, including Nigerians, are still supporting Donald Trump with all the craziness and everything, it's the same thing. People mostly like their oppressors, they like people who terrorize them, they like the strong man, macho, the dangerous man, who will enslave you. People don't like their freedom. A lot of people don't like their freedom. I love my freedom. That's why I'm not in APC, because I know there is no way I can survive in APC, you know. So, but some people will be there, come rain, come shine, because they are hoping against hope that something will drop from the table. What do I think about the allegations about the senators? Let everybody live with their conscience. I don't have any evidence, but if those things are true, we must pray that someone someday would pity Nigeria. What do we do about this situation? I have no idea. We've campaigned and preached, and most times people will say, oh no, this one is Yoruba, that one is Fulani, this one is Igbo. So, if that's our primary consideration, we will continue to get it wrong. Thank you for knowing that regardless of who the person is to me, I will always say how I feel. But a lot of people hate me for it, but I don't really mind. In the future, we will all meet and they will see that while everybody kept quiet because of personal gains, I did not keep quiet. Do I think PDP is really the opposition party in Nigeria? Definitely, certainly, yeah. Yeah, we've had our own. You know, life is like a graph. It goes up, it comes down. I will readily admit that we have some interesting people. I don't want to use certain words. We have some interesting people in PDP who don't really care about the general good of the party. They are more interested in their interests, especially the followers, the disciples, the cronies of Wike. They are the ones who have decided that they will hold down PDP for a man who is working for APC. But maybe after some time, they will get tired, or they would have made enough money from their boss, and then conscience will speak to them that what they are doing is wrong. That's easily the largest political party in Africa. So, and the strategy of APC is to use the weakest, give them good offer to kill their own party while they are claiming to still be in the party. You know, you are cutting down your own baby to pieces, and you are still boasting that, yes, it's my baby. I'm not going anywhere. I'm the owner of the baby. Can the intellectuals in PDP assist Atiku to talk to Mr. Peter Obi? Oh, they don't need any intellectual to do that. They are adults. They've worked together. In 2019, I supported Alhaji Atiku Abubakar and Governor Peter Obi. So, and I wasn't even a member of PDP then. So, I'm sure they speak. Everybody, all leaders speak at some level, you know. So, I'm sure in the weeks and days ahead, that's what the wicked people are trying to frustrate. Because by all means, Wike still wants to contest and is holding down PDP as his reserve bench. You know, when you are playing the World Cup and you have JJ Okocha, you have this. So what he's doing is reaching out. He has enough state resources to distribute the usual largesse. So nobody who is, there in PDP will say he doesn't know what the game is. The game is that Wike wants to eat his cake and have it. Put one leg in APC, put one, but he knows that the day his leg in APC goes beyond, it crosses the Rubicon, they will cut it. So, but in PDP, he has enough people he can bully, and they don't mind being bullied as long as they are being serviced. So that's it. But me, I will say it anywhere. I will continue to say it. That what they are doing is unfortunate and very reckless. If you want to join Wike, beg him to get you appointment in APC. After all, out of G5, it was only Wike they picked. Okay, let's say that Governor Makinde is a governor, so he couldn't have gone anywhere. But what about the other three from Benue, from Abia, and Edo State? So now they are trying to resurrect those platforms for Wike. In Benue, Enugu may be more difficult because now there is a governor in Enugu. Abia, so those ones, everybody will look for relevance. And they also need protection, just like Wike needed protection. If Wike wasn't in government right now, you and I can imagine what would have happened. Look at Yahya Bello, who didn't even have 10% of Wike's resources. They are already harassing him. So, and Yahya Bello is even a member of APC. That's what happens to you when you don't have government appointment in Nigeria. That's why people want to die. You see that immediately you finish as governor, you want to be senator. What a country. Those who have hefty files in EFCC right now, they are in government. So once they are in government, it becomes difficult for anybody to do anything to you. So that's why everybody wants to be in government perpetually. So may God give us the courage and the wisdom to say no to spoilers. I always say it. Any self-respecting soul should never be a slave. You can't be a slave to anybody. You can respect people, you can love them. And I always say the good things about Wike, it performed in terms of infrastructure, but that's where it ends. But in terms of anger management, decorum, respecting others, it was nil. So, unfortunately, some people in PDP are folding their arms and watching, helplessly and hopelessly. So those of us who have been in opposition all our lives, so maybe because we have not tasted the blood of power, so that's why we can talk. Because I always wonder, you see 80-something-year-old, 70-something-year-old, they can't speak one word, and they've been governors, they've been everything in their lives. They are still not done. Wow. Let me go. Thank you so much.